Hello. This is the deck that I am having here today. They made a ban list yesterday, well, a few days ago, I guess. It was implemented today. We have Knightmare Mermaid off the ban list for some reason. So, I love Orcust. This Phantom Knight Orcust has been a deck that I've been playing for a very, very long time. In Master Duel, at least, not in TCG, unfortunately. But hey, if they decide to unban Mermaid in TCG, I just hop right on this deck right here. Just like card per card, just play this exact list. But yeah, this is in Master Duel. We have Mermaid, we have all sorts of other cards got unbanned. Might do more videos on like True Draco, maybe some other things. With a diagram at 3 now, maybe we'll do some cooking with that. But for now, this is the first one of the series. I'll probably do it like a Marince's video as well. But yeah, here we go. We have I'll just like speed through this because I did do this once and lost the recording, so I have to kind of do this again. But yeah, I'll do this quickly. We have the adventure engine because you don't need a normal summon, so it's super nice to go into this. And also with the Cherubini, you can add a negate to your end board. You can add a negate before you like commit to anything with the Griffin Rider, so you can protect your plays from hand traps. That's the same idea with this card. You got the Horus cards in here just for pitching. A bunch of free bodies for the new Knightmare Mermaid combos. But yeah, let's just quickly get into a card by card. 3 Ancient Cloak, you can banish this to add a Phantom Knights. Very, very good card. You can pitch this off of plenty of ways to pitch it. Droplet, the Adventure Engine with the Fateful. You've got your Horuses, and you have Phantom Knights and Trunchgales. You can also send, this is also your ideal send target. This guy, you can special if you control Phantom Knight. You can banish it from the graveyard to add a Phantom Knight spell trap, which is why we play this. That way you can add a extender off of this. And also, this is a 4 trap, so you can make Redoer as part of your end board or to break boards pretty easily. Next card, we've got the one of Wrecking Clones, just an extra name. You can use, typically you're using this to send Fog Blades, or sometimes it's just like an additional copy of this or this or this to get you more like selective access to whichever guy you're missing. Yeah, next one, Symbol Skeleton. This is a good target for Cherubini to get just more bodies from your Orcusts if you've already gone into your Enchantress and everything. You can also play the Burning Abyss package if you so choose, but that takes up 2 slots of the main deck, and it doesn't provide enough payoff to be worth the 2 strength and 2 usually brings. Next card is the Staingreaves, which is the extra extender. If you've already used this, you can just search this off this for an extender, but also it modifies its level to 4, so it can help you for XYZ plays. Next one, we got Torn-Scales and Reinforcement of the Army. Reinforcement just gets you any of these stuff. I should have just gone in the order that it's on the deck list, but we have Phantom Knights and Torn-Scales. You can discard a card to send summon the Torn-Scales. If another card is banished from your graveyard, you can summon the Torn-Scales. Then we have Triple Enchantress. If you control an adventure token, you can summon this from your hand. You can do that a lot in combos. From like if you don't have this, you have like this plus this. You can use this to get a second 3 for Cherubini and go full combo. But also it's just a lot stronger now. You don't have to do this so much because of the Nightmare stuff. There's any 2 monsters you can full combo. And then we have 3 Harp, great discard, great normal sometimes, I guess. Whatever. Then we have Girsu. Banish from grave to summon an Orcust from the deck. It locks you into darks, but like, it doesn't fucking matter, everything is dark. Double Girsu, this is just a target for this guy. Sometimes you can normal it, sometimes I play 2 just so I don't like break on it sometimes, kind of, you don't want to summon from the deck. Or you can summon on your opponent's turn, send this. With like this, so you can have one on your turn, one on your opponent's, if you get like interrupted at a weird position. Orcust Nightmare, it's just a target for Knightmare Mermaid, so you can go into full Orcust combo. Griffin Rider, negate, this is just a part of your Orcust engine. Also part of the Orcust engine, sendable with the Knightmare Mermaid, or Orcust Nightmare. Also just a good discard, helps you make rank 8s and stuff. Unstudied Pitch gets you rank 8s. Foolish gets you literally anything. Reinforcement gets you any part of the Phantom Knight combo. Grass is grass. Talents is talent. The non-engine, we've got triple talent, triple thrust, triple droplet, thrust for this going second, thrust for this going first. Droplet is just insane. 3 copies of right, summons your adventure token, locks your normal summon, so you do have to make sure that you went, like, if you have a hand at your normal turn skills, don't use the effect unless you really need to. like going first, you know this, you don't need to like discard like a Harp to the Grave or something to break a board. Don't fucking use that normal effect, because then you'll like go, oh, I'll go into Cherry and I'll send this, and then you'll get the venture, like, oh, I'll get my nice negate, and then you can't activate this because you use the normal effect. So you gotta be careful with that, think ahead a little bit. Thrust. There we go. Thrust for that. Breaker back for your Adventure Engine. Field Spell and Crescendo. These are your targets for this. Both good. This gets you to summon this in your opponent's turn, which you can summon to like this zone and then pop a card as well and send a card. Or you can get just an Omni-Negate if like you I don't know, maybe you have an idea what you're playing against or something. Lost Imperial Tome, just Orcust. It's just Horus consistency. There's the Fateful, 3 King Sark, the Droplet, this, Blacko is just thrust target, good discard, good thing to send. And then triple Fogblade here. We've got Extract now, we have Levier, which you can use if you have a bunch of bodies, maybe like you have this summon off its own effect or this, and you don't want it to get banished. You can overlay for that, get this back, get some follow-up, and then just link it off from there. This guy is nice to break boards. You can use this to make your board a little bit stronger, making it with this, popping this, and then on your opponent's turn you can summon to this guy's zone and pop a card. And also Board Breaker can help you a lot in a second. Redoer is a good extra little piece of your end board that you can like kind of make your end board a little varied a little bit with different kinds of structures. Gets you a bounce, non-target bounce outs Dragoon, which is kind of important right now because people are playing at least currently in the first like the first week or two of it being legal. You might see it a little bit. So you do want to play, even though Danger just does it, but yeah, super easy to make this guy if you want to. You can either like prioritize getting more Fogblades, or you can get this, or you can get this off like this, and still end up with a Fogblade. Then we have Galaxy Transporter Lord. This lets you just like, you can just go into this immediately with the Horus to install your plays. Dingirsu, part of the Horus engine. You got Zombie Vampire, part of the Orcust engine, that sounds like. Zombie Vampires for your Horuses, you can go into it, it's the good target. Mermaid, a crazy fucking card. I can't believe that they unbanned it. Well, no, I can't believe that they unbanned it. Like, it's not like super insane, like busted crazy, ban worthy, but like, it's just like, it's banned for a reason. Maybe it should stay banned, even though it's not like busted. It's just like, why bring it back? What the point? Like, Orcust is still good without it. Cherubini as good engine, bridges like literally all of your engines together. This into this. To whichever targets you want. It doesn't have to be Nightmare Phoenix, it can be Cerberus or even Nightmare Goblin is. This is just like the best one. Because like the difference between this and Cerberus is that Cerberus, you're popping monsters in the field, which like you can see them, you know what they are, you're like, okay, well, my opponent has I know how to I know that I need to play around it, so it's not like something I could play a Link to gets rid of it, but I'd rather just like see it there. This can just like hit unknown background, which is like super good. Hits floodgates as well. You could take this out and just play Cerberus as well if you want, but this is kind of useful sometimes to go into with IP. Galatea gets you your Orca stuff. IP into SP, very important part of the end board. Dark is super clutch going second. Unless you just turn 2 bodies into like this, which is like mega combo. Or an SP as well to get a banish. And then you can go SP because this is the dark, you can go SP into Bardish, which is super important. And then there's the Appaloosa, which is a nice IP target. And that's the deck, yeah. I will just go into some replays. So, the first game here, I just did this game, and then I played this game, I was like, oh, I'll make a video here. So we lost the course against Branded. This hand is honestly kind of mid here. This deck doesn't play any hit up, so your opponent just combos off. Good thing I didn't get like Puppet Locked or not, whatever it is now, the DTD guy. But yeah, he's just Branded combo. He goes, oh yeah, he's playing the Dragoon stuff, because this guy really unlimited, which isn't surprising. So he goes, he opened pretty good opening into the guy, get the Branded Fusion. Interesting he's playing this, but so he ended on. I noticed that he did actually. What did he set up there? Yeah, he set Retribution, which is not activatable currently. Which I don't know if he didn't know what he's doing. You set red and red here, usually. I don't know what's going on. But this, he set this and it's not activatable. I didn't even, like, I wasn't paying attention to this game, I didn't know it was back there, I just assumed it was red and red, so I kind of played around it, but... So, yeah, it didn't matter. He sets that, now, that's my turn. Top deck, Griffin Army, a pretty shitty top deck, honestly, but it's just a free guide. Did actually help quite a lot. So I'm gonna lead with the normal summon of charge skills, which is a bit of a gamble. I assume this was red and red, so like if it was, you would use it here and clear the board. But yeah, I get the effect that I get to discard this. So at any point, like he has to, I have like 5 cards to play through this, and then all of the gas in my hand is used. Then I can just play completely from the graveyard, which you will see happen, like a ton of that from here. So he's going to negate that, which I kind of expected. His sun didn't really matter too much, unfortunately for him. But yeah, now I just wanted to get the Dragoon out. I just wanted to like have that used, so like he had to use it on this. That was the idea. So I just went for this just to take the Dragoon. He discards the Ash, which was interesting, but like it kind of makes sense, I guess, if I'm being honest. But yeah, then we go Phoenix, clear the back row, which I thought was a red and red, but it was just a dead retribution, so this didn't matter. Yeah, and then into the Mermaid, which unfortunately no animation on that. Very sad. I discard the Gaff from hand into that, and now I have no cards in hand, but like I can play so much. I had no cards in hand, playing so much off of just a Link 2. I guess I did go for Dark there. That was a big piece of that, but still. Playing out completely out of the graveyard from here on. Going into Bardish, sending the Ancient Cloak, because I don't have that in play yet, so I mean this can send it, but yeah. Adding this because I wanted to make a rank 4 with this. This guy modifies its own level when it's summoned. I wanted to get into a rank 4 redoer to out the Dragoon here. I'll just speed this up a little bit. And then go for a redoer. And, oh yeah, I get to trigger that, pop that. I figured the opening would come down there, but I wanted to just get that used out. Maybe he would not do that and get an Eluber instead. That was the play, that was the idea there. Then we go send that. Oh yeah, I was getting Fogblade rotation. This is before I was playing Crescendo. I added that one in after this game, so that's why I didn't set that up instead of the field spell. It would have been better. I mean, I went for games, so it didn't matter, but if I wasn't able to kill, then it would have been definitely better to have a Crescendo on when he's on no cards. But yeah, we go for the Galatea now. At this point, we've got plenty of banished Orcust, just shuffle whatever back, just to set the field spell, which should have been the counter trap, but it doesn't matter. I mean, to be fair, I didn't end on like the, but I also don't think I ended with the. Well, I only didn't because I wanted to go for game, so I had to use the Reborn to get the extra little bit of damage. This also non-targets. This also adds striking, so the reader wasn't super important. Gets back to Oshi. This print is crazy. I like just crafted this and added them today, and yeah, there I go for the summon for game, and he is out of here. This one is just kind of a quick replay. I went first and my opponent just didn't let me finish the turn, but this is a really, really good hand. It's a nice example of like what you can do going first here. Just someone, I should probably be less lazy about getting replays, but like I literally just played 2 games and these make replays, more replays. Not, well I guess later, I'll have more in a second. But yeah, we go for the Horus engine first, and we have the liberty of going for a Photon Lord early, so that we can insulate literally everything from any hand trap. Well, except Imperm, I suppose. But yeah, then we go summon this, just a free body, get the search off of that, which will trigger the torn skills, and summon that. Get to go into Cherubini to get to the Adventure engine, I believe is what we go for here. Yes, we're setting the Enchantress. And then Enchantress adds the, like at this point I'm just like, well, I was holding this, not swimming with this, just for like playing through hand trap, because you can just send a harp and then full Orcust combo. But I never ended up even using it. I ended up just using it as discard fodder because we just got to everything. I can go those 2 into Knightmare Mermaid because I wanted that right there, because if I don't, this Kubenishek is like not ever going to be used for anything. It's going to be sitting there clogging my board. So I want to get that out of there as soon as possible. And the Knightmare line is a perfectly good use for that. Then we go Mermaid. We would be going full Orcust combo. Yeah, that's where the opponent just doesn't stick around and is surrendering. So that was just like a super quick. You would just go like the Orcust combo, and then probably not a great replay to show, but better show it than to not do that. Here's a game against Board Breaker Tempai. Not Hand Trap Tempai, which would have been a lot more effective for him, but who cares? It doesn't matter. I'm going first. I won the coin flip on this one. So my hand was looking pretty good. And I did get the full optimal end board here, so I led with the just to get the Griffin Rider, and I thought about this one for a second. I thought about pitching the Heart Pourer, but then I realized, like, if I pitch this, and then I can use the second effect of the Stained Greaves, which you'll see in a second. So I get to summon the Griffin Rider to be just hand trap proof completely. I grab a free discard, and then we go for the Ragged Gloves, sending the Stained Greave, which he can banish from the grave to special summon a PK from hand. So I want to use that way I can use the effect of this, because I can't use it if it's normal summoned, but yeah, use that, send the Fogblade for an extension. And then I get to go Knightmare Lines, Phoenix, even though I already have the Heart Pourer in the grave, this is just free bodies, and lets me get into Galantea early because this is an Orcust. So even if you have Harp in the grave, it's still good to go into this line, just to get the Nightmare. It's an extra body, because you can just send an extra card with these anyways. Because you can get to the World Wand. And you can also, that means you can do sublines where you're ending on Dingirsu, which can help protect you from like board breakers, which maybe I should have done this game. It was a little easier if I did, but yeah. It was a choice between either Redoer or the Dingirsu protection. You can just make your decision. If your opponent sends you first and like doesn't hand trap you, you can maybe better off going for the Dingirsu protection, because that gets you like the protection is, you know, they're on temp and they don't hand trap you, you know they're on board breakers, so you can protect yourself from those board breakers. But I won a coin flip here, so I didn't know that. And I chose not to pop this because I needed zones if I wanted to end on the Redoer as well. And so we go ding ding, get the symbol back from the banished, and then link it to IP. And because I did not need to use this to search for an extender, I can use this to search for the PK trap, which provides me an extra body for the Redoer there that I needed with that trap. So there he is, Time Thief. And the phone. I haven't opened the Orcust cards in like 5 games. I just kind of realized, well, I guess that's actually, but I'm not like drawing the Orcusts, but we're fine. And then I realized it's in tempo when I steal the Chender off the top. Yeah, so I get the Lightning Storm here. I was scared of Droplet here, and he didn't use it, but he did have it. So, like, end of the game, like, if he had used Droplet here and hit, like, these cards, I would have lost. Because he left me with my background. I was like, oh, he's not Droplet. When he ended up revealing it, I was like, oh, he must have a Duster as well. And then I'm fucked, but then he didn't have it. So yeah, he uses the Droplet here on the IP, sending the Dark Hole. That way that resolves, clearing everything. Just get the Redoer out of here. I was going to go IP into SP with the Redoer as material, because there's zero material on there. Just to have an SP undestructible, and then he would Droplet on that. So he definitely used a lot of these like way early. Like if he had used the Droplet at like he probably used the Droplet like the worst possible time, to be fair, but yeah, bad players be bad, I guess. But yeah, and then because even though my board is gone, I still have a lot of destruction just from the grave and the spawn trap, so I get to summon Ding to send the summoning, and then he just goes Timon for the Piter, which is kind of a weird play. But yeah, it didn't matter. I have double Fogblade for whatever he has left, and then I Fogblade the Piter and he is gone. So we got a game here against Fire King Snake Eye. It's an interesting build. He's playing Kaijus, which maybe is okay. Double this is not a terrible deck. He's playing Enrage. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, good deck. and I won this one, and I did go first and do the combo. I didn't get hand wrapped, and this is kind of a weird replay. Kind of explain to how come it's so strange. You'll probably see. My opponent was not super great, but yeah, I drew fine. This hand isn't terrible. This is full combo right here. So I go for a link to the link 2 into Cherubini, and because I don't have the event treasure, this just gets me access to that thing. So that's pretty good here. And I wanted to just have like free discards off of this, so I go for the right, getting the Fateful Adventure, and then I would play for Vengeful Search for a Griffin Rider, and then I can free pitch of the Gizmek Orochi. That way I can use the Equip Spell as discard for Knightmare Mermaid. Summon the Orochi. I did end up, the Orochi is kind of scary using this extended like this because you can banish like these one of Orcust cards. I did end up hitting my World Wand. I feel like it's fine if you do. If you hit that, then you can just get the Crescendo instead with your Orcust combo, and just have an Omni negate through it instead of like the better Endboard. But it's okay if you, because like if you really need to use the Orochi as an extension. And then I go Phoenix. I did also, I forgot to take out the Appaloosa for Cerberus, but I'm gonna do that like right now. So guy into Phoenix into Mermaid, pitch the Draco back for a free discard, summoning the Knightmare. Draco back will equip to the token, and I can link off for a Galatea, which I don't have a currently banished guy, so I have to use the Knightmare first to get a guy banished. I can go Harp for the Girsu, and Girsu sending Simple Skeleton, which is quite good here. Shuffle that to set the Babel. Go into the next fuzzy here, attach the thingy. Oh yeah, because I fucked up there, right? Pull up the log, I guess. I was not supposed to do that. That was a misclick. I was supposed to go into the Link 3 Phenonite, but I misclicked in the Dingirsu, so I had to like go into Dark and do the combo in like a suboptimal way. I missed out on a Fog Blade because of that, but it's fine. Into the Bardish. Getting the Fog Blade here. And then, oh yeah, I could have ended on double Fog Blade, but I wouldn't have had IP. I'd rather get the IP than the Fog Blade. And it worked out. Well, I mean, I guess it didn't end up mattering, but in a really weird way. And then that can... Well, no, it kind of mattered a little bit because it also got me doing the line like this. Also got me an extra pop, or not an extra pop, but like a pop at an extra time. Because like you would still trigger the Bardish pop, but yeah. Bardish pop in the Breaksword just to get the Breaksword into grave. That way you can use a Fog Blade to summon the Breaksword to a Bardish Soak to get a pop out of it, which is pretty nice. I have to go into the IP, set the drop button pass here. This is the standard end board. Usually you'll have 2 Fog Blades instead of 1, but it's double Fog Blade, IP, Griffin Rider, with the, you can either have Babel or, I think Babel is better than a Crescendo, especially when you're already having an Omni Negate with the Griffin Rider. Yeah, I get the Babel, then you can summon back the Dingirsu. You can send a card and then pop cards. Quite a few disruptions off the board here. Then I get Kaijud and then Third Duster, which is pretty good. I wanted to go for my Simple Skeleton so I could just use all my Orcusts before the Duster hits the Babel. Maybe I can get more advantage out of it. And then here I use the Knightmare to boost the IP a little bit, just in case. And then they reveal that they were on Snake Eyes, or some variant of it, some level 1 Fire deck. So I was a little scared here at this point, because at this point I only have IP and a pop. So I only have 3 interruptions, which it's okay going into a 4-card hand, 3-card hand. I should be a little careful because of that. But then they go ahead and normal the pop, which takes away a lot of the fear that I had, because they've come to the normal, so now I kind of get rid of the OSS with like SP, and not have to worry about it like being super crazy. They went Link Cooper here, which is fair. And then send it for the Diabell Star. And they do a weird, terrible play here. They go SP, which is like a fine play, I guess, but then he targets the IP, and I just chain it, right? Like, obviously. And then he goes chain SP, which, I mean, you kind of have to do at this point, but then he just didn't have any face-up cards, and like, I literally did nothing, and he just lost the game to himself. Like, I didn't do a single thing. Next game here was against the new Centurion White Horus cards. Right, kind of an interesting deck here. I did lose this one, but I wanted to play it anyways. Just because it was a good showcase, even though I got Xylon. But like, there was ways that this could have been won if my opponent just had drawn like something different. I mean, you'll see in the video. Here I locked over up 1 second. Just full combo. He goes for that. Interesting here. He pitches the Stellar, which he does summon back later, which is actually kind of cool. Yeah, right here he goes Gargoyle Sin, which triggers the Stellar summon. He's gonna go for that, which gets him the White Forest combo, and goes into Raciela. This was just used as like, he didn't really end on a lot of White Forest. Like, he had the Woe, but it was quite good. But yeah, it didn't end on like a huge White Forest board. He was just using these for like their levels to synchro into like the 12s. It's a good 12 level 12 synchro engine, so that's kind of how it was used there. Going into the Axilla, adding, I think he added the Phalanx with this one. This one's good that he said that already. I knew that was not one of the 2 power shots that he had. Oh no, that was the Woes. I kind of like that was set by its own effect. But yeah, playing Synchro Rebel, which is kind of funny. Okay, he didn't make a slight mistake. He made a little mistake. He didn't reactivate the Centurion Big Dog, which could have gone into another Synchro 12 on my turn. It's good for me, I guess. Easier to play through the board. Okay, now my hand was like kinda ass, honestly. Like, this hand is pretty bad. Like, these cards, like 2 dead cards. Always. I went for the Fatal Adventure, occasion the Black Goat to deal with the Conscious Blazar. And in case you can do that if you're full and he only has 1 target as the second Conscious Blazar, I would blank the second one anyways. Well, I guess it wouldn't because he negates it, but that's whatever. Doesn't matter. He didn't have the second one, so who cares? Yeah, so I went for Black Goat for that. And oh wow, this, yeah. Okay, there, fix the mic, that's good. Well, it's still shit, but who cares? That comes back to his hand. He's just doing some things, gets that. I get to add the Draco back, and then special the Enchantress while I still can. Yeah, he's gonna go just flip the Enchantress face down, which he went for this way early. Maybe he thought the token would go away or something, I don't know. So I was just 50-50 on Phalanx or reframing. I was really hoping to hit the reframing, and I did. So it worked out. Oh, I guess it didn't matter because I would just immediately go into Nightmare Phoenix, that checks the other one. Yeah, so here I go Nightmare Phoenix, pitch the Fogblade, which I can use to summon back the Torn Skills, which is pretty crazy. And I use it here, he goes Phalanx on the Nightmare Phoenix. So that just like cuts me off of the Nightmare engine because I'm only playing the one. After this game, I did go and swap the Appaloosa for a Cerberus because I feel like I thought about it for a little bit, and I feel like having a second Nightmare to go into the Mermaid will come up way more often than the Appaloosa. But yeah, I went to search and then get the Breaksword out here. Breaksword, pop the Axilla because when I initially looked through the grave, I didn't notice the Trudea, so I was like, oh, I gotta pop this to get a Dark in there for Dark Tremor. But yeah, so I summon those 2 back, and it also gets me to get the Torn Scales back in the graveyard because it would have been banished because of the Fogblade. But that gets it back in the grave, so I can summon it with its own effect. I go Dark for the Trudea because I wanted a level 4 for rank 4s, so I can make Redoer with this trap here. And then return something to the deck. And then he nibs me, and the game is over. But, yeah. Rock. Now, this is a very, this is a very freestyle deck, not like super straight line combos, right, linear combos, but I did still want to do like a little bit of a combo section here for you guys, but yeah, even though it is a super non-linear deck, very depending on what you hand, but I'll just kind of like try and get through like the basic important things. But yeah, this is very crazy opener. I didn't open the adventure cards, but they are accessible through the combo. So here I do want to get this card out of the hand for sure. Dumping Imseti, or Happy. What does that even do? Oh, special World Legacy from the hand, I see. Just get 2 bodies, and then here, because I do have like the full combo already after this, I will drop a Photon Lord just to protect my combo from any disruption here. And then I don't think I'm going to actually go for the Adventure Engine. Maybe I will. No, yeah, because you can go for it and then summon the Griffin Rider on the opponent's turn. So it's probably good to go for maybe Harp here. I'm gonna use King Sark again, actually. Yeah, I'll just do King Sark a couple more times. King Sark there, summon that. And then I'll just normal Torn Scales, yeah. And then I can just do this. I think that's the correct play. You do not want to activate the Torn Scale there, because at this plan here, I do plan to get the adventure cards later in the combo, so I don't want to put myself in a position where I am not able to activate them. I might have made a little bit of a mistake here, because I don't think I'm really using Bark Locking myself. Yeah, no, there's no adventure line. Yeah, there was no adventure line here. That's fine though. I do have the Photon Lord for the protection here. Protection of everything from everything, but yeah, there was no way to get the adventure cards, which is unfortunate. I will send Gizmek off of this. Just free body. I will be able to end on Redoer and IP off of this though, with the double Fog Blade. There just will not be the adventure line, but this kind of replaces the adventure line in this version of the combo, opening with the Horus stuff. I'm gonna yeah, I think I'll just shuffle back the Harp. Doesn't really matter too much. And you could set the Crescendo if you'd rather have an Omni-Negate instead of the setup, but I'd rather have this setup. Maybe Omni-Negate is better here if I don't have the adventure stuff, but I don't really like it. I prefer Babel a lot more. Summon the Knightmare, and then Link. I want to keep this around because I want to use this for Redoer as the other form material. I have that, so I will be dumping Cloak and setting Fog Blade. I guess this is where you would be deciding between... No, actually I can get the double Fog Blade. Or yeah, you would have to decide here between double Fog Blade or the Redoer. I think double Fog Blade is potentially a little better. Yeah, double Fog Blade is better, so I'm gonna add the Silent Boots off of this. Triggering Torn Scale. Summon itself, yeah. I could use this to send... I think it is correct to do this and not get the extra body because I don't at that point need it. And this lets me go for this line, which is moderately better because it gets me an extra pop. You can go into this just that way your Fog Blade has a target to Reborn and then get a pop out of this guy, because this guy, if you summon to the zone, make sure you do summon to the zone, you get all your bodies back, and this guy stays in the grave and doesn't get banished, which is very helpful. Summon and then summon. Oh, with this line I can also end on the Dingirsu with materials to protect my board, which is pretty nice. Yeah, this gets you either get another Fog Blade or the trap for Redoer, whichever one you'd prefer. It's not like one is strictly better than the other, it just kind of depends. I think maybe Redoer would have been better in this scenario, but who cares? And then you get to go Symbol, summon back the Galatea, and this is, if you'd rather have the Omni-Negate here, you would just end on this, and you would have the Omni-Negate off the Galatea. But this line can be slightly better sometimes, so I will be going into Dingirsu, attaching a Banished Machine, And this line here, because I have the double material Gengirsu, my board is protected by destruction twice, so they can't destroy anything. So this is a very nice way to do it if you can make IP before summoning out the Gengirsu. It's very good to have that protection. I'll just quickly, not going to cut here or anything, I'm just going to quickly go into another hand. Maybe we'll see a hand that can access the adventure engine there. But yeah, playing that optimally probably didn't. You probably could have, but probably better to play it off the way I did. This is not the greatest hand ever. This is another hand that doesn't access the adventure engine. But I did open the harp and everything, so here I think this is the opening the Knightmare is pretty brutal. Yeah, there was definitely no line to, because like normally in this, normally anything else, I don't have a way to get a second body, so there's no line to get the adventures, unfortunately. Drawing the Knightmare is kind of annoying. Well, yeah, it's definitely just discard the harp and pitch this so I can get the cloak out of the hand, which is nice. You could play a second Knightmare if you. Whoops. Using no, don't change the level when you're using that effect. Make sure you don't change the level. I might be cutting this part out. Maybe I'll leave it in just because I'm kind of lazy. I don't know. This hand is quite good. I guess this is a line where you're not ending on Griffin Rider using the adventure engine, if you have to. When you have a hand like this, maybe you can't get there, but this hand can get there. So yeah, we're gonna add Griffin, and then pitch the Ancient Cloak from the hand. This is something you'll be doing a lot, where you'll be using this to get cards out of your hand instead of doing the typical adventure stuff where you pitch the equip spell. But you'll be pitching this later for sure. That way, we can do the full combo on our Griffin Rider by using this to get the Silent Boots to hand. Normal, the Torn Scales can't activate it, but we can special summon the Silent Boots. And then, the options here, probably, maybe one of the better options is to go Levier, as I'll do that, because I'm going to go into the link into the Knightmare line, so I might as well just do this just to get the Torn Scale, or to get the cloak back here, just because you can, for a slight follow-up here. And then, gonna go for the Knightmare line. Even though, again, I said this already at some point, even though you have harp already, just doing this gets you free bodies, and like it can get you into Galatea early before you dark lock yourself, which is sometimes useful. Because this does just get you free Galatea, which is very, very nice. Here's the line that I'm going to go for. This one that pitches World Wand, and the wand will summon back the Knightmare, and then Galatea puts back the wand to set the field spell. Oh, I do the field spell if I get Crescendo here. I guess that kind of sucks. Drawing the field spell kind of sucks. Because you set the Crescendo, and then like a lot of the times you won't have the Crescendo online. Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. I guess I'll just do a line, because I have to set the Crescendo here. I guess I'll just do a line that ends on Crescendo is not terrible, just to show that off. But again, against Tempai, not in Crescendo is way better. It's way better to go for the Dingirsu line. So you end on Dingirsu on your board. Way better to do that. Yeah, this is just a free pitch here. And I can set the Fogblade. Get to do this, send Fogblade. Whoop, that's not Fogblade. There it is. Which triggers the Torn Scale, special the Torn Scale. I don't think I'm going to use Torn Scale effect here, because I don't really need to get that. Although I do have a card in hand that I just like. I feel like I might as well use this, just because I'm going to have to equip that anyways. I'll just bin this thing. Could bin something else for some follow-up, maybe, I don't know. Or maybe you play another PK trap. I'm going to go for this line now. Summon out this, and then with the XYZ here. Another tech you could play the rank up spell and play Requiem XYZ Dragon. Go for that triple negate if you do want to do that, because it's pretty easy to get 2 4s on the board into that. Summon. I'm going to go for the Dingirsu line again, just because I think that line is super, super powerful, actually. And ding on ding, or... Oh, yeah. I think this is the line. Summoning this. I'll end on the other Omni. I think it's okay to do this. Summon Galatea and pass on that, just so I can get use out of the forced crescendo. Just pass on this just to keep things down. Or you could overlay for Dingirsu and attach the Symbol Skeleton. Whatever you want to do there. Oh yeah, my opponent just like isn't doing anything. Yeah, there's that. Maybe I'll do one more where I access the Adventure Engine with Cherubini. But that's not okay. Well, this hand is kind of fucked up. But I guess I'll just show off a 1-card combo, or just 2 monsters into. I'll just do 2 monsters into the Orcust combo. This is just like the super, super basic 2 monsters equals this combo. I'll pretend that I normaled something else, that I didn't normal summon the cloak. Just show exactly what 2 monsters does. Super basic. Summon the Knightmare, pitch anything. Let's just say that like I had to normal summon it, which is like very unlikely that you'll normal summon that doesn't do anything. But I'll ignore the fact that I normal summoned that. I'll ignore the 2 Phantom Knights and I'll just go off like this straight up, just like 2 monsters equals this combo. You go Harp for Girsu. Girsu sends the Symbol Skeleton, and then go into the Rusty Bardiche. Bardiche here will send the Ancient Cloak and set a Fogblade. Then, and if you already had one here, you'd send another, you get a much better combo, a slightly better combo. But again, I'm just doing the ignoring specifics. And then you summon the Fogblade, go Symbol Skeleton, summons back the Galatea. Galatea will shuffle back. You could shuffle the Symbol Skeleton here, or the Knightmare. I think I will shuffle the Harplar though. Then I can set the Babel. Flip that. Overlay for Ding. Ding attaching the banished Symbol Skeleton. Or if you shuffle the Symbol Skeleton, you just have to attach the Knightmare. The combo functionally works the same, but it's better to do it this way just because it's kind of safer. In case you're putting like top decks and Ash, they can't like Ash Knightmare and cut you off everything. Yeah, and then you just go Silent Boots, search for the other Fogblade. And then set that, and you have 1 Fogblade, 1 interruption, 2. You got Fogblade, double Fogblade, so 2 disruptions. IP into SP, so 1. That's 2 disruptions in that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 from the center of this, and then a 6 from the Phantom Knights of Bardiche. Although the pop from that and the center of this happen at the same time, so it's technically still only 1 interruption, but you get to send 2 cards. And I think that's like it. Yeah, maybe I'll get some more games in. Probably not. I think I'll just post this as is. I guess if you've gotten this far, thanks. Actually, wait, this is going to be at the end of the video. I'm probably going to put this before the games. Maybe not, but we'll see what I do. But yeah, thank you for watching. If you do want to see more games, or I'm probably going to do more decks anyways. But if you want to see TCG content, which I do have some of that, probably trying to get that. don't really have a great way of recording that stuff, but I'll figure something out. If you want to see it, I've got like some cool decks in there that I do kind of want to make videos on. But yeah, I'll probably be with like a white forest one. Maybe do a game. People do game puppets. It's fucking boring as shit. I might do like a Marincess one. I think I already said that, but Marincess is very, very cool with the new card. Yeah, that's it. I'm kind of dragging this ending out